The Force fights with me! This is what a Jedi can do. There. Father of death! Jedi can do. You cannot win.
No problem. Didn't work. You cannot resist. Yes? Yes?
Who's there? You're not Cellcast, I can see that much. Are you... I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Cellcast killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Cellcast swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcasts. There's no... I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kotor harvester they built on the edge of the Hrakert rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed cell-calf mutants running around looking for dinner. I'm not spending another minute. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only... We should probably stick together.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Pharax and the cell open the door for those monsters.
Kill them! Kill them now!
60 seconds to complete the pressurization. 4 seconds to complete pressurization. 48 seconds to complete the pressurization.
You... Sammy, calm down!
Kono!
Yes, I think they're here. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me.
We're both just...
When the Cellcath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the state.
The Pharax and sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Cellcath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left.
We thought everyone was dead. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Hrakert Rift project. Look, I'm sorry. I have just been under a lot of strain recently. You know, the whole thing about having my entire research team devoured before my eyes.
Kono, calm down. Don't talk to him like that. We've gone through a lot, and we said we were sorry.
I'm sorry for my... Oh, okay.
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Pharaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Cellcaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Hrakert Rift near the Kotor vent. That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kotor. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size.
And all those other Pharaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. I don't know.
Out there, waiting for...
The Pharaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Pharaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do. You can take this canister of toxin. We were working on it just before the giant shark drove all the Cellcath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much...
Wait, don't! We don't know what effect the toxin will have on the ocean environment around the rift. It could poison the water against all life. It could poison the Kolto itself, even. Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back and... I am sure. You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, if you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the... What? No! Run, Kono!
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened? Insane. What did they do? They killed everyone? And the mercenaries we sent later? It's horrible. What caused them to all go insane at once like that? Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto? It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what? Contaminated? That's much worse than I would ever have thought possible. It might have been better to lose the entire facility rather than damage the Kolto supply. This must remain entirely secret. We cannot allow anyone to find out that we damaged the Kolto production, or we would be banned permanently from the planet. We can only hope that the damage that was caused will go away in time. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. Oh, and did you... I'll assume that means yes. As you can see, by helping us, you helped your...
Como si está pronto.